Most people believe that they're being accountable until reality proves otherwise. Time lost, opportunities missed, relationships ruined. I used to think that saying sorry was enough, but saying sorry doesn't undo the damage. When you don't track, you don't follow through. When you don't follow through, you fail to improve. When you don't fail to improve, you're not being accountable. Accountability isn't a feeling, it's really a system. And if you don't build one, well, you're just hoping for results that you haven't earned. This week's tool is familiar. It's a notepad of accountability to be used multiple times daily. At least I know I do. And not because I'm overly organized, but because I've recognized one fact. It's very easy to lose track of things without a system in place. I have many different types of notepads. I have, physical ones. I got digital ones. I got multiple per focus, one or more. I got 2 on the job site. I got, multiple in the house. I got 1 down on the fridge. I got whiteboards, all around. I have notes everywhere. Why? Because writing things down does 2 things for you. First, it keeps the facts in front of you. And second, it allows you to keep track of the gap between what you said you do and what you actually did. It's not just a planner. It's a mirror with timestamps. The moment I started using one consistently, that's when I noticed that my excuses started sounding weaker to me. If you're tired of feeling stuck, just make it easier on yourself. Stop relying on memory. Track it, own it, improve it. That is how you make accountability real. I learned accountability the same way most people do initially, by losing out. I sold life insurance in my 20s, which becomes more important later when we speak about finances. I digress. I'd have great conversations, promising leads. I'd lose them. I didn't know why at first, but thinking about it now, there was no system. We had notes, we had binders that we were told to keep, but there was no system that I actually committed to. And because I wasn't committed to a system of following up, I would lose out. The lead would go cold and they wouldn't pick up my phone. And something similar happened to me when I was in banking. I was a personal banker. I'd open up a checking account. We talk about balances. We talk about other products for a client. I jotted down in my notes and I wouldn't follow up the way I was supposed to. I'd find out when I eventually did follow up that they went into another branch down the road, opened up that account that I had already spoken to them about, brought those balances over. Because I didn't follow up and do it on my time and I didn't help them come in with my effort, I lost out on that commission. And every time I would feel that same frustration, someone got the better of me. But really, it was me. I didn't write it down. I didn't follow through. I lost. Simple math. And now on the job site, if I drop the ball, now it costs me time. You gotta repair it. You gotta rework it. You gotta do a callback. You gotta schedule a follow-up meeting. Who wants to do all that? So that's how I started to understand accountability isn't about taking ownership of the outcome. It's about taking ownership of your system or your lack of one. Accountability at work is super important. I actually honed my accountability in the military, which is, a story for another time. But accountability takes even more precedence in the home. Every husband knows that if there's going to be peace in the home, it stems from accountability on our part. But seriously, I've had moments with my wife where, tension just kind of pops up out of nowhere, i.e. we notice it. And, instantly it's always defensive. I didn't mean it like that. I'm tired. It's been a long day. Just leave me alone. They'll give me some space. Please, time, space. But one day it hit me. If you're always explaining things after they go wrong and you're not speaking about what you didn't give on the front end, you're always going to be on the back foot. You're always going to be fighting from behind. My thoughts shifted to, if I didn't communicate the plan clearly, if I didn't take her day into account, I left her holding weight that I should have been carrying. So reasonable crash out, So now I pause when I feel that tension and I ask myself, did I do something to contribute to the situation? Am I chewed up right now? Because if I am, I gotta apologize, get out ahead of this. That process has saved us more arguments than I can count. It helped me recognize when something wasn't my fault. Because when you're holding yourself accountable consistently, you get better at spotting when you didn't do anything wrong. And when you actually did do everything right, you can stand firm in peace and say, all right, well, you figure that out. I'm chilling. Actually, technically, there is something much better than that. Spiritually, I didn't understand accountability until I started my walk, my mid-late 20s when I was saved. And that realization helped change everything, just, blanket statement across my life. whatever relationship you want to grow, you have to take care of your side of it. And with God, with Yahweh, you, at least initially, can sometimes feel like 100% of that is on you, because in a way it is. We're basically held accountable for whether we take steps towards or away from him, whether we're living based off godly values or not. And that awareness changed me, because I had to stop blaming God for when things weren't going right. And I instead had to start asking myself, where is my time going? What is it that I'm focused on right now? What did I do to get myself here? Am I acting in a way that I know that I should be acting given the situation? When you start owning that responsibility, you start recognizing how early and often, God has been already moving on your behalf. Which is why I say it feels like 100% is on us, because the reality is God's already doing what he's doing for us regardless, as fathers do. We simply weren't paying attention as kids do, because it's a given. So now when I don't feel him, I check my pad, I check my notepad. Where's my focus been? Where's my time going? What have I been feeding myself spiritually? And that is when I remind myself, because that's when I see it. I didn't feel him because I wasn't focused on him. If I'm off track, it's not even about excuses anymore. It's just taking the next logical step to be able to get back on track, which means taking steps back towards God. Because that's what the purpose of accountability is. It's not about becoming perfect, being perfect. It's not about eliminating every problem instantly. It's about owning, because once you own it, then you can start to work on it, not before. That is where real growth begins. So that's the power of accountability. It's not about being perfect. It's about owning where you are by taking stock, taking notes of where you've been. It's about checking yourself in the mirror and owning what you see in it. So if you're ready to take that next step that's been waiting for you, be it at work, at home, in your spiritual walk, I suggest you grab a notepad and start taking some notes. And if you're looking for more tools or tips like this, check out the free guide. I got it down below. It's packed with practical tips, help you start seeing real changes in your life. Links in the description. Follow for more insights, and let's walk this journey together. Accountability is the first step to real growth. Let's own it. Peace.